Right.
And I've only driven it out of, like, I've only had that car for maybe about, literally 2.5 months.
Wow.
And I only drove it for like maybe a couple of weeks, the majority of the time. But the rest of the time it's been in the shop. And so I've been taking Lyft, Ubers to work, back and forth. It's just gotten so expensive. And you know, where I gotta go. And I got cool people like, oh, get bitches. But I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like it's not right.
Right.
But it just sucks. And then my kids gotta take Lyft and Uber to school and then to their jobs. It's crazy.
Right.
It sucks. Yeah.
You know, I understand that. I tell people, you know, that's what we're here for, many different reasonings. And it's really all about how you look at it. You know, because I tell people we can't control what happens outside of us. We can only control how we're going to react and how we're going to respond. So yeah, I get where you're coming from, because cars, you know, when you switch things up, do something different, you know, and then they do got a mind of their own sometimes too. But, yeah.
I just wish the girl that, you know, sold me the car, she wasn't such a
Oh.
and lie to me and say,
Oh, she lied.
I said, I got problems with this. It's a 2015. And I'm like,
What kind of car is it?
It's a Chevy Sonic.
Oh, got it.
And it's a cute little car. You know, I've never had like a small car like that. But I was like, sure. Because the dealership I came from before was the Toyota of Dallas.
Okay.
635. But this dealership I went, it's like, I was not really referred, like the chick that works for telling me, oh, just come down here. And it's one of those Arlington ones.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I was on Facebook, and then I didn't really like in there, and then finally, I guess I was like, well, I guess I'll go there, because I was gonna go back to Toyota Dallas to give me a car from there. And the guy that I used to help me out with it out there, he ended up moving to another job, you know, whatever, and it's cool. And he was gonna have someone to call me, and I was waiting. So of course I was just like, man, I can't wait so long. So I just said, well, let me try this car dealership. Can't believe it.
Yep.
I was like, man, guys, like, I don't even have to put so much money down, but I decided to put more money down so my payments would be so high.
Right.
Still screwed me over.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's how some of these places do it, these dealerships.
Yeah.
Always trying to get over on people.
So I've been trying to stay very humble and not go back to my old ways.
Wow, what's your old ways? What would you have done?
Honestly, I've always been a hothead.
Okay.
And I snap really quick. I can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm mad, I don't give a damn if you're mad, because I'm angry, and I'm to bump some heads, bust them wide open. But yes, sir, I will say, you know, I was not always a sweetheart to kids.
Oh, okay.
I am a sweet person. I'm very special.
Right.
I got a big heart.
Just don't mess with you.
Helping others. I love it.
Just don't mess with you, though.
Yeah.
Don't play with you. I get it.
Yeah. Don't play with especially when it comes to my money. And,
right.
And I guess, like things that I need important for my family. That's my vehicle and my money.
Right.
Especially don't take my kindness for weakness.
Right.
It's just like, dang. Because I was, you know, like for the longest one of calling, I was like, you know, I'm the one that actually was calling them like literally 3-4 times a day. Like, hey guys, you know, I just want to know about my car. They're like, okay, well, we'll find out. Okay, well, we got to email them and they'll contact you. We're going to email them, they're going to contact you. We're going to email. I'm like, dang. And then every time they'll call too, hey, how would you like to make this payment? Would you like to use a card that you have on file? Well, first of all, I don't mind that, but shoot, first of all, I haven't even had my car.
Right.
Second of all, I haven't had no updates on my car. The only time y'all call me is to update on the payment.
Exactly.
Y'all don't even say, hey, Miss Davila, so that you know that, you know, the car is doing this. You know, right now it's still in the process of, you know, whatever.
Right.
I don't like being told, oh yeah, you're going to be first top priority, blah, 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 and this and that. But hey, we got to take this $300 from you, though.
Yep.
Okay. So, of course, you know, I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Whatever. And that priority time has been over 6 weeks. So, yeah. And that's why one thing I don't like being lied to.
Exactly.
You know, just tell me straight up. Be upfront. Do not sugarcoat nothing.
That's why it's really hard to come across, you know, business places that are honest. You know, and then if you don't really know, they'll take advantage of you.
Yes.
Like they always do.
Yep.
And it's sad, you know. And then they try to act like they do care about you, but actions always speak.
Yes.
Yep. So I get that too.
Very much so. So then, you know, just so much time after time just calling and you know, trying to be very, you know, like, right. And of course, respect. I'm a very respectful person, no matter what.
Right.
But then I just started getting a little.
Exactly.
Words started getting a little nasty.
And sometimes you gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, you want to always be honest anyway. But there's time you just gotta be direct with these business places.
And that's whenever I started being very direct, very firm.
Firm is key.
Yes.
Because I tell people, when you're firm, that sets a tone for, you know, people to respect you. Even these business places, they're like, whoa, okay. You ain't even gotta cuss them out. You could just be firm. Once they hear the serious tone of your voice, they're like, okay.
I mean, that's when I started getting that firmness in my voice.
Right.
And just started getting like, you know, and I was using some cuss words in my sentences, but not towards them.
There you go.
But I was just like, this is effing bullshit.
Yep.
So I was just like, how would you like it if no one, you know, and I was like, I'm a single mom with 5 kids, you know, and I was like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying, I don't want you to feel sorry for me, most definitely not.
Right.
I'm letting you know that, I mean, I'm a money maker, you know, and I got kids that, you know, have little part-time jobs after school, and we don't got time for these games, you know, we trying to make our money and try to, you know, live life, because that's what you need around this world right now, is to make money. Everything's so high, expensive.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to, you know, make sure my table is full of food for my kids and everything. We got hot water, cold water, we got lights on. We can't pay our bills, we can't get to our jobs.
Yep, that's true.
Come on.
Right.
So yeah, it was getting to me. And then finally, I guess, you know, and they're like, you know what? I really started looking at all this, and your car has been with us so long. Because I sometimes whenever certain account managers will call me, they're like, oh, I didn't know your car's with us. I said, oh my goodness, like, that must be real goofy. Like, yo, what y'all doing? What?
They really own some goofy games.
Yes. So y'all real goofy. Like, come on, man. Like, stop playing with me. Come put it over there. And they're just like, I didn't know your car was with us in service. I say, well, yeah, it is. Why don't you, like, before you even call me, why don't you get all your shit together? You know, look at all the paperwork, look at all the notes, look at all the calls I've been calling. And I know these calls are monitored, and, you know, y'all got it recorded. And you know what? Every time I called, I kept saying, hey, guys, you know, wasn't that?
Did you check out the rating of that place?
You know what? I didn't.
The reviews?
I didn't.
Because there could be so many people complaining about them, too.
And you know, my oldest son, he's like, Mom, did you even bother looking at the reviews? He's really like on that.
Me too.
And he's also really big. Like, he's like, okay, look, Mom, I was looking into a lawyer. We're gonna have to sue them.
Exactly.
So yeah, he's that go-to guy. And I was like, I know, son. I need no, Mom, for real. Like, you really need to, because you know all they did was just take your money. And I remember I was with you that one time when that lady said, oh yeah, you're top priority, you know, but you know, you got paid $300-something.
Yep.
And you know, and you did. I remember you did, and you didn't even like give him like too much smack about nothing. You just kind of said, okay, that's fine.
Right.
But also, you need to update me, like at least like a couple of times every week, please update me. Let me know something.
Right.
And then they never did. I remember you kept calling them. And even people at my job like, girl, you still haven't got that damn call.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. And even my friends said, they're like, girl, you still like, oh my god, like. And then you know, a couple got my guy friends like, man, do I gotta go out there and tell them that this is all y'all gotta do is just what is it? Fix some head gaskets. And then okay, so this is what's so messed up though.
Okay.
So when I called them, here this, you know, of course I call them, you know, like I said, a few times the other week. Well, here just recently when I called in light of my 10 times, you know, for the month.
Right.
They told me something that irked the hell out of me this time.
What was
I
that?
was like, you know what, this is fucking it. They said, oh, Miss Davalos, they haven't put the motor in yet. It'll be ready in a couple of days. Wait, so you telling me there's been sitting there collecting dust?
Right.
And nothing hasn't really been messed with, I guess, or touched, because you're telling me they haven't put the motor in?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Because then they started telling me, well, you know, I just want to let you know that everybody got COVID in every department, so we're so short-handed. I said, so
what was the communication?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I said, so you're telling me that no one could at least just have the courtesy to call me and let me know that?
Exactly.
I mean, I understand, yes, COVID has been hitting hard everybody. You know, it's got this third wave, they're talking about whatever, and I know it is. And hey, I'm a very understanding person.
Exactly.
If you just don't communicate, I don't know nothing, okay?
That's the problem with this world.
Yeah,
most people don't communicate. You know, and I blame it all on technology.
Yes.
Technology has played a role, and now people don't even want to communicate.
Nope.
Don't want to call you, don't want to text you, rarely.
Yeah.
They can't even have a civilized conversation face to face. Yeah, it's sad. I get it.
Yeah, and I was saying, you know, I'm not really big like on talking on the phone, but of course when it comes to like some business stuff, really.
Business stuff.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm really good about communication. I really am. And especially at my job and stuff, like, you know, when we do our meetings and all that, like, you know what, I'll let them know what we gotta do, you know?
These business places rarely even leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
Rarely anymore. You notice that?
Yeah,
They just call.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, you know, all the times I've only had 2 voicemails from you guys.
Right.
And all it just said, oh, Miss Alice, can you just call us at 972 about your account? That's all it is. Nothing about, hey, Miss Alice, call about your account, updated, whatever, you know, something. And or like meaning about, you know, something about your car, you know, what's going on. But
just like you know, I'm the same way. I'm very understanding. I just don't like to be left in the unknown.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, like, don't leave me out in the dark, please. Man, when I come out of the dark and attack you.
Exactly. See, they don't realize people they be digging their own holes.
Yeah. But you know, and so when they said that, I was like, oh Lord have mercy, because like I said, this last week is when the last time I called them. So they said a couple of days, right? So
right.
Friday I call, and I already know service department. See, that's what I don't understand. Why is service department not open on Fridays?
Exactly.
Man, y'all got to be open every day of the week. Anywho, so they're like, well, Miss Alice, you know service department is not open on Friday. I said, I know, but you know what? You can still go get my car. Y'all still have access to go get it at a lot or whatever. I remember the last time what happened.
Right.
Because whenever the first time it all went to the shop and went out to go pick it up, they lost my key. And second of all, they put my car back out into inventory.
Damn.
They almost sold my car, yeah. I said, well, this ain't a bitch. I was like, what? And one of the salesperson actually I know of only because my mom knows him very well whenever they were younger. And I was like, and he goes, oh my God, he comes back and he tells the guys in there, I think it's one of the new sales guys, he goes, hey man, you put her car there in inventory, like, dude, like, you were gonna sell her? He goes, oh my God, he goes, I almost sold it yesterday. He goes, no man, that's a customer's car. And I was just looking at them like, y'all something goofy.
Yeah.
Just give him a key. And then it took a whole hour to look for my damn key.
A whole hour.
And they're like, I can't find it, but you might have to come tomorrow. I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not living without that damn car today. I did it. And they finally said that some girl ended up having it in some other car in the passenger seat.
What?
Like, oh my God, because she was test driving another car with someone. Like,
right.
She had that key to the other car. And I guess it was in her pocket and fell out or something. I'm like, oh my God, like, you know what?
Yep.
Yeah, I shouldn't even have my key at all, like salespeople should.
Irresponsible.
Yes.
And
so
unprofessional.
I knew red flags right there. But,
right.
You know, I was like, you know, my car's finally ready, cool, I'm gone, whatever, gotta go my day, my business, gotta do my thing, you know.
Yep.
Man, within that week, you know, I'm going to work, you know, of course on a daily, all of a sudden the car just started like doing that overheating stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my God, so of course I had to pull over off the freeway, and yeah, it just started like kind of like, you know, acting kind of funny. So then I let it rest for a little bit, and I was like, man, there was some water in it, I guess. So just to make it back home now. And man, it just started blowing that white smoke, and that's when someone said the gaskets might be busted out. One of my good friends, and I took it to a mechanic, took it straight. I was like, you know what, maybe just go take it to a mechanic, of course. You know, just I want them to tell me what's up.
Right.
And they were telling me, yeah, it's the gaskets, you know, the fluids going in together, blah blah blah. And he goes, it's gonna cost like $1,400. I was like, damn. And I was gonna say, you know what? Maybe I should just take care of that because I'm really afraid to take it to the service department in the dealership where it's from, because they're gonna keep it for a while.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's not even my fault. Problem that it's messed up again. They're supposed to already had it fixed the first time. They're talking about we put a new engine in and everything. How you gonna put a new engine whenever this what is doing this?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was like, they must have not do nothing to it.
Right.
So therefore, you know, I'm just thinking and like, you know what, let me just call this, you know, of course my dealership and tell them, hey, look, the car messed up again. And they're like, oh my God, really? And they're like, okay, we'll go get it towed, and like they go that top priority shit.
Right.
They took them 3 days to come pick the damn thing up. And then of course they've been having it since like way before the holidays. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like way before Thanksgiving they've had it. And it's already gonna be tomorrow, February 1st.
Wow. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to definitely, you know, put your foot down.
Yeah, and I told them the payments that I've had paid, you know, since the car's been there, they should have either reimbursed me those payments or just use those until the next payments whenever I finally get the car. So,
right.
What is it? Credit.
Yep.
Because this is pretty high.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I understand that.
So sorry to tell you all my story about that.
No, that's what I'm here for.
I really do not talk to them. I'm not gonna be honest with you. I am not a chatty Cathy at all.
Okay.
I'm not a morning person. I don't like talking in the morning unless I have my something, you know, my breakfast or my morning juice. But I'm very talkative right now.
It's my energy. It's my welcoming energy.
I think so.
That's what I do. You know, I've had a lot of people.
Good energies with me. I mean, I like that.
That's what I tell people. Energy never lies.
Yes.
You can learn a lot about anybody or anything with the energy or their energy. Yep.
Yes, that is true.
Because even when you got in my car, I knew after the fact you had good energy.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Definitely.
And even though, you know, this unfortunate situation, you know, but now this is a lesson to be learned.
I know.
Listen to those red flags.
Yes.
Because if you ignore it, it's always a lesson learned, even with these business places. You know, I don't know how many times I'll take my car to go get an oil change and they try to convince me to get these recommendations done. And I'm like, you know what? Recommendation doesn't mean mandatory. I'm going to go and get a second and third opinion. Every time I say that, they always look what they got. Their eyes just get big like, whoa, he knows. Yes. If you don't know about a car or you don't know about what they're talking about, they'll try to get you all the time. And it just sucks because it's like, not everybody's going to learn about a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me. I'm a man, but at the same time, I don't work in my own car. There's certain things like, you just be like, I'll let the professionals do it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I'm like, I'll just do it myself depending on what it is. But if someone doesn't know, how about you take the time and educate them a little bit? They're the one paying you anyway. We're paying you. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it's like, can we both just work out a financial deal here? You know what I'm saying? Because the prices that they be talking about be through the roof. And you're like, listen, look, not everybody has this money, especially up front. You know what I'm saying? So work out something what is worth. Let's come to a happy medium. And then they're like, well, if you go somewhere else and their price is better, then we go, no, let's just do it now. Yeah, they ridiculous.
So, yeah, and of course, one thing about me too, I always try to see the best in everything. Good in people, and try to overlook everything and all. You know, really try to
But we definitely don't want to be a pushover or people's pleaser.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I will say this. Yes, way back then, I used to be a big people pleaser. I used to make sure everybody else was good.
That's how we all were pretty much taught.
Yeah, and I was just, always like, hey, I'm always coming last of everything. Or, it's okay, it's cool.
Yep.
But shoot, as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit more, I guess, crampier.
As you gotten more wiser.
Yes, I will be 39 this year. So.
Okay. That's why I tell people, when you learn how to set healthy boundaries with people, then you got to make sure you're firm. Most of the time when you're firm, people will not cross those boundaries because they realize how serious you are. Yeah. And we must learn how to do that in every single aspect.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm still doing that. And I've gotten so much better now because I'm practicing it each and every day with people or these business places. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was a good convo, good conversation with you. Yep. And yeah, you got this. You know, check out the ratings too, because you might be surprised. It may be like 3 stars.
I know.
Like, 3.5. I always do anything above 4. Okay. Yeah, anything above 4, I'm good.
Yes, I know. Thank you so
No problem.
much.
Have yourself a good day. No
And,
problem.
Have a safe day.
I appreciate that.
I'm supposed to get bad Wednesday.
You know what? Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to choose to stay home. I'm not driving in that.
Yes, I was thinking too. And I was all like, man, I'm not going to be able to get to work. Oh, well.
Exactly.
All right, you have a safe
You too. Thank you. Did y'all hear that? What did you learn from this situation? What did you learn? Did you learn anything by listening to this whole conversation? What I learned was a lot of these car shops, and I mentioned this in my previous videos, we got to learn how to set these healthy boundaries, and we got to make sure that we're firm. And even if we don't know, don't be afraid to say, hey, I don't know what this means. Can you explain this to me? You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do that, they're going to take advantage of you. And they always do. They're going to take advantage of you when it comes to you financially. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to be laughing at you behind your back. I've been there and done that so many times. Then you're going to be paying for something that you really didn't even need to pay for. So you got to remember that. And always get 2 or 3 more opinions. If these car shops says, hey, you got to take care of this needs to be taken care of, say, listen, and tell them straight up, I'm going to go, no thank you, I'm going to go and get a second and a third opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because what they try to do, they're salesmen. They're salesmen and they're saleswomen. So they'll be like, they try to convince you to go ahead and do it, and this and this and this and this and this. And you're like, and then you feel in the moment, you feel obligated. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, spend more money, unnecessary money that you don't really have for this unexpected situation that might not even be the situation. It could be something small and they make it seem like it's big. You see what I'm saying? That's how they do it. So you got to watch out for these mechanics and these car shops, even girls and women. They take really advantage of y'all because most girls and women, they go over their oil change. And a lot of these car shops that I've gone to, they even told me girls and women are the worst when it comes to taking care of their cars. So y'all got to make sure y'all ask questions. That's why I said question everything. Even these business places, don't be afraid to ask questions, because if you just go with the flow, they're going to take advantage of you. That's how you know you are a pushover and people's pleaser, and you don't want to be that way. All right, it's your boy Unique Mind. Comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell on the side and click all. Gone.